I don't know what the internal memos of Boeing say because I don't work there, but I think Boeing probably speaks to its global customer base on a daily basis. And whether they wanted a global conference call or maybe they decided face-to-face is a better opportunity or on a regional basis, I'm not sure. So I don't think there's anything sinister behind a cancellation of a call, if there was a call.
So you saw what happened yesterday. Literally, when the news hit that the call was off, people got even more anxious.
Again, I think maybe they decided a global conference call wasn't the best idea, maybe regional, maybe face-to-face.
Okay, so the stock has dropped. What is a fair price for the stock right now?
We think a market yield makes sense, 5.8% free cash flow yield. The stock is currently trading above 8%, so a significant discount to the market.
So right now you'd be...
Our target price is 400, so...
So when you're sitting on the Thanksgiving table, you're telling everybody in the family, you got to buy this stock. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think Boeing has a very focused safety record, so I think Boeing...
And what is the history? I'm sure you've looked at this.
Sure.
The history of either accidents related to Boeing or any of the other aircraft manufacturers. What happens to the stock right after, and what does it look like 6 months later? Or does this trade issue, which is a cloud over all of it, change that dynamic in this situation?
I think safety records are pretty impeccable. There's over 7,000 737s flying. There's only 60 accidents involving 737, so it's still under 1%. So pretty decent safety record.
But I'm not really speaking specifically as the safety record issue so much as what you think the implications of this particular accident become, given the real concerns, not just that there was an accident, but possibly that they didn't educate the pilots and the pilot community in the way they should have, which I think is a distinction relative to some of the other things that have happened over the years.
I think there's fatigue and stress testing that's involved in an aircraft over 2,000 hours, several years. This is a derivative aircraft, and we have to keep that in mind. So I think that if there was a simple answer, it would have been found out in the testing certification process that we're not really talking about. Boeing develops these aircraft, spends billions of dollars on the development part and the testing parts.
Are there heads that are going to roll over this whole situation, you think, at Boeing?
No, I don't think so.
And then the final question I was going to ask you is, given the world that you spend time thinking about, is this the best buy right now out there among the stocks that you cover?
I think...
given how tortured the stock has been?
We've seen a big pullback in industrials, and Boeing is still a winner. When you look at A&D, it still outperformed the other subsectors within the industrial space. So when you look at free cash flow, which is really what we judge all of our stocks on, Boeing's free cash flow yield, the discount has really widened post this accident.